let's see if this is going to cooperate. So I wanted to just talk about the McLane again real quick. So here's the two bed knives. So this is a brand new one. You can see kind of how thick it is right here. It's not ground down at all. And then I have this one here. This one I gave to a friend at work. And they actually put this on a CNC machine. And they ground this down for me on a CNC machine. It actually turned out really well. He actually told me if I got a nice chunk of metal, they could actually cut me a whole blade, one single piece for me and make it thin enough. I mean, look at that. So I haven't put this on yet just because I just been really busy. You know, if you look at that compared to this brand new one. Let's see, I don't know if I can get both these up at the same time here. Sorry. So that's the bed knife. And that's really how you need to fix it so it won't drag if you're cutting at 1/4 of an inch or lower with the McLane. This is a Greenskeeper custom roller here. I have two of them. This one's a 3-inch roller. It makes it so I can cut higher. And this is a 2.5-inch roller. And it makes it so I can cut lower. I can actually cut at 2 millimeters. I don't have the stock roller out, but it's 2 7/8. So it's almost as big as this 3-inch. And the reason why you can't go any lower with the stock blade is because, I don't know if you can get down in here. The lower you go, the closer the reel gets to the roller. And that's what causes or makes it so you can't go any lower. I don't think you can get to 3 millimeters, but I don't know. I don't even try anymore. I used to. So with this 2.5, I can literally put this bed knife all the way down to ground level and cut my yard. These are the adjusting knobs right here. It's got a little stop nut on this that kind of holds it in place. This bar that goes across right here, you loosen it up down here, and then there's 2 bolts on the side right here. You loosen those 2 up, and it will slide up and down the roller, basically the roller height. So you can go up or down to get it, cut higher or cut lower. And then I've showed on the previous video how I measure. I have a digital measuring gauge that I use to adjust the cut height now. I used to do it differently, kind of the way McLane told me, and then I found out that was just totally wrong. One of the things I wanted to point out, so if you see this right here, let's see if I can lose. Okay, this is broke. I probably could take the cotter pin out and show you a little bit better, but so this is supposed to be a solid piece right here. And if you look, you see how sloppy my handle is. So I'm going to have to get a new handle. My only assumption is this is basically from just up and down with this all the time. I mow 3 times a week sometimes in the summer. And so what I found out also is this also creates an effect on the drive tire down here to where it doesn't come up high enough. Because if this gets out of position a little bit when you have it up like this and the drive tire is up, the drive tire is actually closer to the ground. So then when you're turning it, it ends up dragging on the ground. I cut my lawn so short that this tire in some of the hill areas of my backyard or the uneven areas of my backyard, the tire drags and it just tears up my yard. my grass. So that's another issue I have. I didn't realize that was happening until it got to this position right here, and I was having a hard time getting it back and forth. And you can probably see right here, it's scraping. So anyways, I just noticed that a couple of weeks ago. My other issue here, this right here, this nut comes loose a lot. It needs like a bolt with a cotter pin or something on there to hold it, because what happens is this comes loose, and then when this comes loose, this becomes sloppy. And again, you have the same problem with the drive tire. The drive tire ends up dragging on the ground. And even if you're on level ground and you're turning around, the drive tire drags. So, I mean, overall, since I fixed the issue with my blade dragging, I'm just kind of dealing with all these issues that I have with the McLane. It's a very economical, it's kind of gets to that point, you get what you pay for with a lawnmower. It's one of the most economical greenskeepers you can get to be able to cut as low as you want. By adding the custom roller, I made it so I can cut shorter. And by grinding the bed knife, I've made it so I don't have a dragging issue anymore. And then now there's just, parts wear out. It is what it is. I feel like this design could have been a little stronger. It's a little weak. And then this thing right here loosening up. Maybe if I put 2 nuts on it, it would help stop it from getting sloppy. But you can see it's just really sloppy. Some of the other issues I've had is the belt. I use a larger belt. I'm back using the stock belt right now. I kind of just did a whole weekend, not a whole day, but just messing with this adjusting coupler right here to make it so I can get that belt to work. I used to have it to where it just seemed like it dragged all the time. The belt was burning. And I finally got it to the point to where this is being adjusted properly. I actually ended up cutting some of this rod off because I felt like I wasn't able to get it tight enough at the position I need it to be in to make this belt work. I've also gotten it down to where I can replace the belt by just taking off the belt guard and disconnecting the rod here and pulling it forward and just using this rod here to make it so you can pull this belt through. It's loose enough, or got enough play in it to where you can just roll it right off of the roller over there. So those are some things with the McLane. Overall, I'm happy I've been able to fix it so I can get a good mow on my putting green. Right now my putting green is under repair anyways, so I'm not really worried about it. It's going to be next season until I get that thing back into shape. So I'm just going to mow it. Going to keep mowing it as low as possible, try to get it to grow in. Just mess with it.